What is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel, guys. I am your host, Jinoshan, and we are back today with a very special unboxing video. I'm just going to quickly plug this here, the PlayStation Portal White Edition. An honest review is on my current main page on my channel, and that's a full unboxing video of the Portal. Today is a very special day. The Midnight Black collection has come out from Sony, and I am here with you now unboxing the Midnight Black PlayStation Portal. Hell yes. This is Stealth Ninja mode. This came out today alongside the official Midnight Black DualSense Edge, the DualSense controller Midnight Black, and also the black face plates, which you can get here on the back. All of this is available directly from the PlayStation Store, guys, so if you want to plug yourself in on this one and get yourself a little treat, head on over to PlayStation Direct now and seal yourself a goodie. But I'm very, very fortunate in receiving a copy of this, a review copy, and I'm also keeping it, so thank you so much, Sony, for sending me this in the post. It was a very nice surprise today. So let's get to it. So first of all, I'm going to do a bit of a disclaimer like I did with the original Portal unboxing. It is a remote player, guys. So this is an accessory. It's not a handheld device. It's not a standalone built-in SD storage type Asus ROG Ally, Lenovo Go, all that sort of thing, Steam Deck. It's not that. This is a portable connection accessory. So what I mean by that is this thing has to be directly connected to your PS5. Now that can be done over a home Wi-Fi connection, or it can be done via data, mobile data tethering. So if you've got a hotspot on your mobile and you know how to hotspot, you can hotspot your data to this thing. But all in all, to get a very sturdy, strong connection, this has to be connected over Wi-Fi. So you have to have a reasonably strong Wi-Fi at home or wherever you're looking to play this. And I'll go over the exact speeds in a moment, but this has to be connected to your PS5. It does not connect to your PS4. A lot of people have asked me that. It doesn't connect to your PS4. This is purely your PlayStation 5. And the official PlayStation website confirms that this should be connected to a broadband with at least 5 megabytes of download speed. Obviously, if you want a better play experience, you want a higher connection, you want less lag, less skipping, less frame rate issues, you want to go for at least 15 megabytes of download speed. So if you've got that on your Wi-Fi, most current modern day Wi-Fi providers do have those kind of speeds, so you should be absolutely fine. Obviously, the more taxing the game is, it's going to be a little bit more strenuous on the Wi-Fi connection and the data speeds as well. So if you're playing something like Call of Duty, which is very fast-paced, high speed, lots of data packets and latency going all over the place, you'll probably experience a little bit of lag with this. And I wouldn't recommend playing something like Call of Duty on this. It's just not got the RAM usage, it hasn't got the graphics driver built into it. If you want to play something like Call of Duty, you need to get yourself a handheld PC. Something like the Asus ROG Ally, something like the Lenovo Legion Go, something like the Steam Deck, something along those lines where it's got better RAM, better graphics capabilities and all that kind of thing. Because yet again, like I said, this is an accessory, so it's designed for you to be able to play your PlayStation in different rooms. So the ideal solution for this is if you've got someone in the house that wants to watch Love Island, God forbid, or they want to watch EastEnders or something like that, and they want to hog the TV, this gives you the chance to still have your PlayStation on, to be sat in the same room as that person, and to be able to game on this directly to your PlayStation. So yet again, the PlayStation has to be on, fully powered on, or it has to be in rest mode in order for this to connect and to work. It's very, very simple setup, and I just want to say this thing feels slightly heavier than the original one. It felt quite denser. I don't know if it is heavier in terms of weight, but it felt like there was more to it than the original white Portal. The plastic also feels a little bit more reinforced. It didn't feel as flimsy. The triggers had a little bit more give on them. And the big thing that I was very pleased on, I remember very well that when I set up the original Portal, it took me ages. It took me absolutely ages to go through all the setup. I had to do a update for the software. I had to do an update for the device itself. I had to then download integral software updates plugged into the PlayStation and all that kind of thing. I thought, oh my god, here we go. I forgot all about it. But when I was turning this thing on, I thought, I'm going to be sat here now for the next 40 minutes trying to update and just get this thing to work. But actually, they've sorted that. The firmware comes pretty much out of the box ready to go. There was a very small update as soon as I connected it to the Wi-Fi, which literally took about 5 to 10 minutes, if that, and that was it. There was no other things to do on it. Connected it to my Wi-Fi, put the password in, and I was good to go. It connected straight to my PlayStation. So for some reason, I think they must have had some feedback. They preloaded this thing, so it's pretty much get it out of the box and play, whereas when I unboxed the white PlayStation Portal, when that came out, it took a good 40 minutes to an hour, I'm not kidding, to get all the updates into it before I can actually use it. So with this one, hopefully that's the case with the other white portals as well now, the ones that they're bringing out still. They're still available. Hopefully they've resolved that issue, but I was very pleased to see that this thing is pretty much ready to go out of the box. So I was very happy with that. But all in all, guys, it's the same accessory, it's the same thing as the white portal. There's nothing different. There's no upgrade to the screen, there's no upgrade to the latency, there's no upgrade to anything else. It's exactly the same. It's got 60 FPS capability at 1080p resolution. If some of you nerds out there want to know exactly what this thing can provide, it's got a very nice screen. I do have to say, I have to give it its due. It's got a very nice screen. It's ideal for playing indie games on it. It's ideal for playing visually beautiful games like Horizon, like Gran Turismo. There's loads of games I can go through, but it's really for a single player experience. If you're looking to play online in multiplayer games competitively, especially like Apex, Fortnite, Call of Duty, Marvel Rivals, potentially you get better results in Marvel Rivals, I'd imagine, but with those competitive type of multiplayer games, you're going to have a harder time because this thing isn't built to push packets to and fro in terms of speed online. It's just designed for a single player experience, so just bear that in mind. I wouldn't recommend buying this if you're looking to play online competitive games, because you will face a bit of latency, you will face a bit of lag regardless of how fast your Wi-Fi is, just because you're remoting into your PlayStation 5, and that alone knocks you down time. So time is of the essence, as you know, when you play games online like Call of Duty and multiplayer or Warzone, whatever it is. Speed is of the essence. So the faster your Wi-Fi, the better your VPN is. If you're plugged in, if you're not plugged in, if you use a controller, you don't use a controller, all that adds to speed and timing and knocks off time. So if you're looking to play online with this in a multiplayer arena of any kind competitively, whether it's casually or what, you will probably have a bad time. So I recommend not providing this thing for that scenario. I recommend getting something that's going to be a lot more reliable, a lot more faster. Yes, you will have to fork out a bit more money, but you get back what you pay in, sort of thing. This is, as I said, this is purely for a single player enjoyable casual experience. So all your games like Elden Ring, all your games like I said, Gran Turismo, Horizon, even like the supermassive games, Little Hope, Man of Medan, Until Dawn, they're going to look fantastic on this screen. It's not an OLED screen, it's an LCD screen, but it's 8 inches and it's got full HD, so you're going to really see the colours pop. It's got a great graphics renderer inside it, but again, it's not a massive GPU type PC situation. So again, if you're looking for something that's going to run stupidly well, that's going to run fast, that's going to give you optimal speed online, that's going to give you amazing graphics rendering no matter what game you're playing, i.e. Cyberpunk, Call of Duty, any of those games that are normally super intensive, you're going to benefit from getting something different. You probably won't get the benefit out of this. This is purely for when you're sat in a different room connected to the Wi-Fi and you've got the enjoyment of getting the DualSense controller features as well. So with the DualSense controllers, you've got your haptic feedback, your adaptive triggers, vibrations that pulse through the controller itself. You get this with the Portal as well, so you get a good dynamic resistance that mimics the tension that you get within those games. Just bear in mind, obviously not all PS5 games have the haptic feature, but most of them do. And if you're playing those games via the Portal with this, it'll give you the same feedback. You'll get the same experience, you'll get the same responses, you'll get the same in-game feel. So when you're shooting that gun or you're running that jump on your snowboard or whatever, and you normally get a feedback through the trigger, you'll get the same response with this Portal, which is great. And you can amend that as well in the settings. You can have strong high intensity, which is how the DualSense controllers come out of the box. You can lower the intensity so it's not as strong, and most people do that just to save a little bit of battery life. Obviously, the more intensive power that you're using, i.e. the higher the brightness is, the more that you're using the haptic feedback features in the DualSense and the triggers. It's the same here for this controller, this device. So when using the Portal, if you want to save a little bit more battery life, I recommend not having full brightness and lowering the trigger responses on the haptic feedback as well. All of this you can do within the settings, and it's a nice little piece of kit. I personally prefer the black color just because it looks a little bit more sleek, it looks a little bit more stealthy. There was nothing wrong with the original white PlayStation Portal. It obviously matched the color theme of the PS5, but Sony today is releasing their Midnight Black collection, and this comes part of it. So you can also get your hands on the Midnight Black DualSense Edge, which looks absolutely fantastic. Little bit of an eye-watering price tag if you want to go and check it out. It's the same price actually as this Portal, which is $199.99 if you're in the UK. But they've also released a Midnight Black original DualSense controller alongside this, the Portal. They've actually also included the earplugs, so the Midnight Black earplugs for that collection. So if you've got the Pulse earplugs that you've used and you enjoy them, the Pulse Explorer buds, you can also get these now in Midnight Black. Again, a little bit of an eye-watering price tag, same as before, $199.99. I recommend getting the wireless headset. So they do the Pulse Elite wireless headset and the Pulse Explorer buds. I personally feel that the Pulse Elite headset is a much better purchase, and ironically it's actually cheaper as well. So it's $129.99 if you guys are interested in that. And if you want to just jazz up your console a little bit, they're currently unavailable. Unfortunately, they've sold out pretty quickly, but they're getting more stock also of the PS5 console covers. At the moment, it's just the model group Slim. So for your slim people out there, not your slim people, your slim models, your slim PS5s, you can get the console covers for those. They're £45 at the moment directly on the PlayStation Store. So this is, again, is all part of the Midnight Black collection, which is released today, 20th of Feb 2025. But I'm here unboxing the Midnight Black PlayStation Portal. So I'm very, very pleased with it, guys. I am going to be using this, and I think this is going to replace my white Portal. Again, nothing against it. I just like the feel of this. It feels like they've rendered the plastic a little bit better, especially around the edges of the controller. I love the blue lighting effect against the black background of the controller itself, the remote player. I've played on the Portal quite a bit when I want to just get in bed and I just want to just chill playing a PS5 game, but I haven't got a PS5 in my bedroom. This is ideal. And again, this is ideal for those of you that want to take this away on holiday. Just again, make sure your PlayStation is at least in rest mode and it's already connected to this, otherwise you will not be able to turn it on. It has to be connected to it, so you do that through the Wi-Fi setup in the initial setup. Once that's done, your PS5 just needs to be in rest mode or fully powered on in order to just turn this thing on and enjoy your endless library of games. And speaking of which, in the recent updates that they've put on all PlayStation Portal, so not just this edition, the Midnight Black, if you've got the premium tier service of PlayStation Plus, you can actually now start to stream some of your catalogue directly to this, so you won't actually need to have your PlayStation on. So that's a little bit of a cop-out if you ask me, I'm going to be honest. You have to have a premium level subscription, which is the highest tier of PlayStation Plus, in order to benefit from this. It also is still in the beta stage, so that's a little bit of a caveat. It's not completely fully released yet. They're still adding patches, they're still updating it. But if you do want to test that out and you've already got the premium level of PlayStation Plus, for example, you can easily benefit from trying that. And it's, again, it's not all the games, it's just certain games, and I think it's actually the Plus catalog library, so some of the old school retro ones that they've added over time. So you'll have to double check on your own library what games you can do, but there is a specific section within the PlayStation Store that shows you what games you'll be able to stream. So if you're looking to commit to that and you haven't got the premium subscription already, you can go into the store, have a look at the Plus side of it. In the PlayStation Plus section under the premium subscription tab, it will show you exactly what games fall under that category, just so you can make an informed decision as to whether you want to opt in, pay that little bit extra and benefit from those games. But if you haven't got premium and you've looked at that library and you think, actually, none of those games interest me yet, then I would hang fire. Don't waste your money. Just benefit from what this thing does already and what it was originally designed for, in that it mirrors basically your PS5 screen in your own house. So whether you're in an internet cafe, whether you're online, in a different room at your nan's house, if you're on holiday, connect to the Wi-Fi and then you can connect to your PlayStation. It doesn't actually need to be connected to the same Wi-Fi as the PlayStation. A lot of people get that misinterpreted. They think they need to be in the same house on the same Wi-Fi, and you don't. As long as you can connect to the internet, this thing connects through your PlayStation account. So you can, for example, I'm not saying do this, but you could be in the pub. You could blast this thing onto the pub Wi-Fi, and then your PlayStation, as long as your PlayStation at home is in rest mode or completely powered on, you'll be able to play in the pub. Again, depends on the pub's Wi-Fi, the pub's speed, all that kind of stuff. I'm not encouraging drinking, guys, but I'm just giving you a little tip right now. So you can essentially play it anywhere is what I'm saying. As long as there's a decent Wi-Fi connection, it meets those minimum standard speeds, you'll have a great time. But all in all, I'm very, very pleased with this. So I once again want to thank Sony for sending me this awesome Thursday gift. Happy launch day for the Midnight Black collection. And again, guys, if you want to check out some of the other items available in this Midnight Black collection, including this PlayStation Portal in Midnight Black, feel free to go and head over to the PlayStation Store now, which I will leave a link to in the description of this video. I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing. I'm going to go and enjoy the Midnight Black player right now. Thank you so much for checking me out, guys. And just to link into some of the full breakdown and features that the Portal can offer, I will leave a link to my other video of the unboxing of the white PlayStation Portal, which is in honest review. It gives you a full idea of the battery life, it gives you a breakdown of the features, the product itself, how it feels, how it plays, the pros and the cons, all in an honest format. So make sure you go and head over to that video if you want to see a full breakdown of specs. Other than that, please let me know in the comments if there's any questions or anything you're not sure about. If there's any features you want to ask about, I'll do my best to help you. Other than that, thank you so much for checking me out. I hope to see you again in the next video or stream. Peace!